go.
Yay!
We're back!
We're back again! Oh, man, we got the gang all here again for episode 52.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah.
Where do the episodes go?
Uh-huh.
100.
That's
gonna do
right.
100 or
Whoa,
plus.
yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
The first 50 were so easy.
I know. Piece of cake. Come on.
Well,
We're just getting
today's
started.
episode is called A Script Turnaround, which we'll get into very shortly after we meet our very talented panel of working screenwriters. Hello, Eric Ingram.
Well, hello. I don't know. Every now and then every now and then my voice just wants to do that. Hello. So happy to be back. So happy to be with my illustrious panelists again. Welcome, Tom. Welcome back. Bring some testosterone to this, man. I'm out here fighting the fight on my own. You know what I mean? I know. But we're so great to be back. So great to always talk to the screenwriting universe, internet universe, writing universe, all that stuff. So happy to be back.
Cool. Share with us a little news. What's going on with your writing? Anything new and noteworthy?
Noteworthy, I don't know. You know, we're always in that fine line of almost, about to, that kind of thing. So I got about 3 projects in that mode right there. So that's where I'm at.
Very, very cool. And we'll get into that. That kind of plays into our theme today, our topic. Also, welcome Heidi Mastrogiovanni.
Hi, Anne, thank you so much for bringing us together. Tom, thank you for visiting with us. And you guys, it's just so great to be back with you and our wonderful audience. Yay!
Yay. Any new news for you, writing-wise?
A second pass through the novel with an editor I just adore. She's absolutely wonderful from my publisher, and it's so much fun, and she makes it fun and easy, and those are my watchwords forever and ever, fun and easy.
Fun and easy.
Right,
I love
nice.
that. That's exciting.
Yes.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, welcome from way over in Australia, Margaret Risley.
Hi, everybody.
You always
Great
get
to be back.
the longest traveled award.
Yes.
Yeah. Morning here. Haven't had my coffee yet, so pardon me if I'm a bit
Oh, it's
slow.
morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow there.
That's right.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
What stock should I buy?
Concept
Yeah,
for the
I wish I-
summer. Woo!
What's going on with
Yeah,
you?
there you go. Yeah. Well, I got an agent to read my big budget action adventure true story script, and he likes it, and he's sending it to his director client. So that's pretty exciting.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
and I probably shouldn't say this yet. Yeah, there's some other good stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Forward to hearing. Yeah, a tease, a good tease.
And that is a tease, ladies and gentlemen. That is a tease.
Yeah.
And also welcome a familiar face. He's one of our regular irregulars, Tom Fryer. Welcome back.
I've had that. Thank you. I've had that problem for a long time. I'm taking something for it now, so hopefully it'll get better. Thank you. It's good to be here and great to be with you guys again.
And what's going on in your world right now?
Well, as you know, Anne, and
share
the
our
rest of you
information.
we just hit the quarterfinals in the Screencraft comedy competition.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you. And for our script War Paint, which is just a really fun take on the cosmetics industry. It's kind of a screwball comedy, but we had a lot of fun writing it, and wow, it's really great when your fun turns into your rewards. So, and another more fun. I'm just finished. I'm in the MSc along with Margaret, and I'm just finishing MSc 4, and we're just finishing our Phase 3 project. The script that I wrote for that is called Shaolin Werewolf: A True Story. Based on a true story that I never knew. It's about a guy that had hair all over his face and went on to become the Grand Master of China in Kung Fu, and he had to fight this bad guy to do it. So and save the emperor. So it's a really interesting story, and I'm surprised nobody ever told it. So really excited to be finished with that. Margaret just gave me some great notes, and now that's sent off to the Page and Austin contest.
It's a great script.
Thank you.
It really is a great script, yeah.
Oh, thank you. And and I have a deal too, but I can't talk about it yet.
Oh, exciting! I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Well, thank you, Tom, for sharing my information. Yay!
Tell us about you, Ann.
Learn about you.
There's nothing like no. You know what I did recently?
Nothing.
I know. Well, nothing I can share either, but good things on the horizon. But something I did recently, and Tom will like this. With our war paint story, I went online for IMDb and put it up there as a script. Plus, I did the same with a short film that it's in development. And you know what?
Wow.
It shows up on IMDb Pro. Because I entered it, it has a little asterisk saying I entered it, but for Tom, it doesn't have the asterisk.
Oh, wow.
So get your friends and cohorts to do it for you.
To do it for you.
Smart. Yeah.
So that's cool. Why you should have all your current projects. It shows that stuff is out there. It doesn't matter that you haven't sold them. They're in development because you're pitching them.
You're developing them as we speak,
you
right?
are developing them,
Yeah.
So it was neat. So I actually have I have all these producer credits up for all those.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Let's put a little disclaimer up, please.
Yeah. All right. So you guys on Kickstarter and all those. I have 3 wonderful credits for that. So that's hard. That's hard. That's hard to take.
No, I'm just saying people might go put every script they've ever written.
Oh, you're talking about that. No.
Slow down. Wow.
All right. So the caveat is for that.
Good point, Eric.
I put up some scripts that are finished, and
exactly
they are
right.
in development as far as getting them produced. They are.
Right.
So I wouldn't just put a script up there that you don't.
Yeah, but that's why I said that. Yeah, but because people just like, I could just go put it on and I can put my name in with the asterisk. No. At least have it. If you're pitching it, people are reading it, then it's in development. That's the whole different.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's different. But I would also say a little caveat to all those Kickstarter campaigns. I love contributing to people, especially projects that have some great heart. But that's the credits I have on there, and I don't know about that. But that's another
show.
Another
show.
Right. 53.
You'll start getting submissions. People will send you
early.
to produce.
I'm ready to start my own production. Kimbrough Productions.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I am directing, and that one is up there too. So it's nice to have directing credits, but it's not up there until it's filmed. As in IMDb.
Right.
Just so you know, it's an IMDb Pro, which is worthwhile having. Today's topic, though, is about all those projects that we get, whether they're optioned or we're hired to do rewrites, that are kind of in turnaround. They're going, and then something happens, and they get pulled back, and they don't necessarily die. Some of them die, but how do we deal with that? It feels like a big rejection, and what can we do? How do we deal with this? Heidi, have you had this happen?
Yeah, I think it happens, it's not at all unusual, if I may quote Tom Jones. I mean, it happens a lot,
Wow, you just pulled that out the hat. You see that? Jeez.
Wow. You have to see that, Heidi.
Jeez.
Thank you, darling. I love American Beauty. And, won Oscars. And I think it took 10 years to get made. I would say that, for me at least, my thought is nothing is ever dead until you're dead. And then your heirs can have it, So just keep the faith. Keep the faith. Right. If you love it, if you believe in it, keep making connections, keep it out there. Yeah, it's discouraging, but don't be discouraged.
Yeah, don't be Margie, do you have any war stories of some scripts that...
Well, funnily enough, I was contacted by a producer just yesterday asking about a project that I was involved in when I first started screenwriting, first dabbled in screenwriting way back in 2001.
Wow.
And, or in fact, yeah, it was 2001 because the script, actually, in the script we had predicted a terrorist attack on a Manhattan building on the 22nd of September 2001.
What?
And truly, and that we took that was actually out of a marking in the Great Pyramids in Egypt. It was an amazing story.
That's
but
scary.
Where it gets even more amazing is this producer that contacted me yesterday was on her way to a meeting in the World Trade Center that morning with our script. She was running late, so she didn't make it. And I mean, just phenomenal. Yeah. So seeing it was such a sensitive story, it died. We couldn't do anything with it then.
Right.
But she just contacted me yesterday. So you just never know. This is 15 years later. You just never know where things are going to go.
That's true. That's true. Tom, how about you? War stories.
Nothing that that's hard to top. It really is. Nothing that has World Trade Centers coming down in it. But
Margie, what else should we be worried about, Margie?
Yeah, right. Tell us what's going to happen tomorrow. Any earthquakes tomorrow?
I told you, I'm going to look into.
Anyway, I had Ron Chepsick and I were approached by a producer in New York who wanted to option through doing query letters, who wanted to option a vigilante preacher, and we said, great, terrific. He said, well, all right, well, we're going to call and get on a call tomorrow, and we can talk about terms and whatnot. And we said, great. So we called in the next day, and his assistant said, oh, God, he's outside right now. He just got a call. It doesn't look good. So we'll let you know. Try calling me back Monday if you don't hear from me. Well, it was towards the end of the day, their time in New York. So we called again on, they always think we're so laid back in California because we're 3 hours different. So anyway, we called back on Monday, and she said, he was on a phone call. His parents were killed in a car crash.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to happen now. And so, what do you do? I mean, it's like, if we remember that things are based on relationships first, that's how deals happen. It's not based on, you can self-aggrandize about your work all you want, but the truth of it is, it's relationships and having really good ones. Yeah. So we're just like, oh my God, just tell him, please give him our sympathies, hugs and understanding, and let him know if tell him if he wants, when he comes up for air, if he wants to talk about it, we'd be happy to. And it's just like, phew, God, but there's no, and so then that same script. Fast forward 6 months later, another producer's like, "Hey, I want to option this." We're like, "Okay, cool." He goes, "Actually, I don't want to option because I don't want to hang you up, but I want to get you to sign an MOU." We're like, "Cool." And so we did that, and then I guess he sliced his eye. He had a something happened to his cornea, and so anyway, so it's not over. It's not over. My point is just. Just be like, oh, man, I mean, your reactions were perfect. That's what you want to do is just go, oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me know, what I can do to help, and just kind of be there. But you know what? It also says don't stop. If you've got marketing going on, don't stop your marketing and go, okay, it looks like we got a deal. Never do that.
Yeah,
just keep on going, and especially if it isn't optioned or anything yet, just keep on. Don't ever count the chickens. Just keep on getting more eggs.
Good, very good advice. Eric, I'm afraid to hear more stories. These are, people do have lives, though, and they do interfere. Yeah.
I know, right? I was in the Amazonian jungle, right?
This is right.
Sorry. I know. I was like, oh my God, right? So the producer was in the Amazon jungle, and he had my script. No, sorry. No. So okay, because this could go on all day. No, actually, I piggyback off everything everyone else just said, but I think the biggest thing is, I mean, what Tom kind of just said, like, you never stop. Like, I think when you, as a writer, you're sending out one script, but you should be rewriting another at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should never. And if you do that, you won't be waiting by the phone for this other producer to call and get your nerves, rack your nerves because you're busy doing something else. And that's usually when they call, when you're busy doing something else.
That's right. And you won't be projecting desperation either, which they smell a mile away.
That's
you don't ever want us, right? Yeah.
Right. And it is good to be able to say, I'm busy, like I will get to this as soon as I can, but, right now I'm in the middle of doing this sort of thing.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
Yeah.
And they always, that's the biggest question when it comes for pitching, when it comes to talking to producers. It's always, what else do you have? Because you just never know. You just never know. Yes, they may, people always think they lie when they say, oh, we have something similar. Like, sometimes they actually do.
Yeah,
because their mandate, if they went to, let's say, a pitch fest, right? They already had a mandate of what they're looking for, so they already scoured and put stuff out. So don't be shocked if, when I hear that, I never hear like, oh, they might try to steal my idea, whatever kind of stuff. No. It's like, then I'm supposed to have something else because I got their attention right now, right? For 3 more minutes, I got their attention. And if I only go with that one script, waiting around, hoping this is the producer, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. And what you just said, Eric, about what else you got, you should ask that. What do you need? If you get a so-called rejection or whatever, if you get somebody saying, oh, this is not for us, you say, well, what are you looking for?
Exactly.
And that could just be the door that opens all others.
I think it's right. You said it so much before, Tom, when you said it's a relationship business. Right. And if you come across as someone they can work with, most people kind of want to read your stuff so they can then hire you to write what they really want. Yeah. Don't you find that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why, I know the whole, Great American Pitch Fest is coming up. So,
yep, that's coming up.
We may be able to do something else on pitching. But anyway, I would rather, if someone is looking for 2, 3, 4 things, I would ask, okay, the last 20 people, they probably pitched something. What else are you looking for? And they usually perk up like, oh, wow, well, I just heard a lot of comedies. You got a thriller? Boom. Now that you already got their interest right there. I do have a thriller. So but you must also have multiple projects. Projects.
Well, and so if you do have a project that falls out, then it becomes one of your multiple projects. Or my war story is that I have a huge contract that's still out there. It's not dead, but it died and then it came back and now it's just in limbo. And the thing is, though, that it's a great producer. I've got a great contact in this producer, so I want to stay in front of him without saying, so what's happening with our script?
Right.
Yeah, isn't that bad? So my thing is, I know what I have come to him and say, well, what are you really looking for if there was the one ideal script? So I could go back and pitch him that script. I could write that for him and pitch it to him. So there's those kind of things, plus the fact that when I'm in town, we'll hook up and just say hi and have coffee. It's important to keep those relationships going, especially since the project could still have legs. It just doesn't right now, sadly.
I'm sorry. I just remembered something. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind just a sec. The same question. It's the same question.
Is this the Amazon?
No. No, this time in the African jungle. Okay. No. So I think it's probably about 18 months now. So anyway, roughly about a year and a half. So a year and a half ago, one of the scripts that I got option in that string of options I had going was a NASCAR script, action.
Oh right, I remember.
Right. Okay. So that guy, he optioned it. We were gonna take it to his people up in San Francisco. They balked at it. It was a little too much for them. Then he had a deal with people in India, right? So he's gonna be. We may have had to rewrite it, but who cares? To adapt it over there. So he took it over there to his funny people. They like, hey, because he was already doing like 2 pictures. So he was trying to make this the third part of his package deal kind of thing. And it was he's like, no, they want to see how I do with the other 2 first before they add this third one. That's probably doubled in budget from what he normally does. Okay, so that was roughly, like I said, 18 months ago. He just friended me on Facebook last week.
Wow.
And said, hey, I just want to check in. I'm pitching the story as part of my package to these new investors. So keep me abreast.
Wow.
Keep me abreast of what's happening with it right now. Like that just came out the blue. So the whole point was, I always, just what Ann was saying, I would send a text maybe every 2 or 3 months, because he already said, well, there's nothing I can do right now. So it wasn't like I'm waiting for an answer. So that's a different kind of, right? He already said no, in essence, like, not yet. He said more like, not yet, right? But I just keep my, hey, how's it going? Good luck. I saw him put some blurb up. Hey, congratulations. Nothing about my script. You know what I mean? So you keep that in, and he's still, I didn't know anything. He's still out there running with the script. Who knew? I didn't know. So
you don't know, and that's why you have multiple projects, so you won't freak out if this happens to your script.
Exactly.
You go on and you find a rewrite job, whatever it is.
Right.
You keep working, right?
And build the relationship. That's what Eric did.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. Kept the contact going, and just being a cool guy to know.
Exactly.
Cool.
It really is that. It's so hard because we work so hard on the writing and all that stuff. We think if it's the next great American script, we know we're gonna make the $3 million deal. So we're so focused on that. But usually, if you look at the history of the person who got that $3 million deal, you'll see all these steps they took before they got there.
Yeah. And don't count your money, right? When you sign that contract, you should celebrate. Please. But don't count the money. A lot of things that get paid on the back end. Or when when the movie goes into production. So, that's.
But you do get as much as you. But do get as much as you can up front, though. That's a whole other show.
If you can. Yeah. Well, we have discussed that before. But that's different. That's a different one.
Yes.
Anybody have anything else to offer on this? Any more war stories?
Well, I was just gonna. You had put in your notes, how to treat a producer who couldn't get it together whenever. What we need to understand is their point of view. From their point of view, everything's about fear, and there are so many ways to fail. I mean, it's just enormous. So they have to be holding like 30, 40, 50 reins of horses all going in different directions. If you understand that and come to it with that kind of a business mind, they're gonna respect that and really appreciate you. I just had lunch with a writer that just got a manager, and he was telling me, I said, how did that happen? Because I said, let's get a meal together, and called again, and she postponed twice, and the third time she said, can you do dinner? I've been so busy. And yeah. So then, tell me, you've been busy. That's how it started. And she talked for an hour and a half about her life and her stress and the things going on. Wow. The part about them working together took 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the easy part. Yeah. After he became a really good listener.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Right. I mean, I really hate when people kind of give their 2 cents on stuff. I really don't listen to people, because if they had a bad experience, they think you're gonna have one.
Right.
Or because they're about whatever they say. I mean, there's a grain of salt. Like they may say there may be some truth, but it's really about how much do you care about that person. That person could have just had a ragged, hurried day, right? Lost 10 deals. Like you don't know. So when you talk to them, they snap and hang. You like, I don't like them. Like slow down. Yeah. Try to understand where they're coming from first. And I mean, they still might be a bad person, but at least give them a chance. I think people just cut people off so fast. It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you get any response from a producer that you've been working with, you should take it as a good response, even if they're telling you no. Yeah. Because they took the time to talk to you, and like you said, they're pretty busy. So so right off the bat, you should say, "Yay, someone's talking to me."
And I mean, from our perspective, it's our baby that's out there, but from their perspective, it's one of a whole host of things that they've got to do. So, they're not focusing like we are on this one project. They've got so much to do. So, like Anne said, to get a response is a good sign that they really do like your work. Maybe not this particular project right now. It may not be right for them. they may love your writing. So
Yeah.
never ever
Yeah.
do anything that's going to harm that sort of relationship. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, just because they turned it down doesn't mean it's not good. It can mean it's just, you know, like we talked to somebody and they said War Paint wasn't right for them. They didn't say it wasn't a damn good script. What they said is this isn't right for me, and we kind of kibitzed afterward and discovered that's not in her budget range. This is
that's a
little
good
bit.
point.
So you have no idea what the reasons are.
Yeah, even though you're going to pitch
absolutely.
people, you've got to know what the pitfalls are for your story if you're going in with a spec, and ours is an expensive script. But, you know, they knew that from the log line and the one page, but they still wanted to read it. But then you know it really is an expensive script.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that might have been an interview for you all.
That's true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that could still turn into something.
Sure. You bet.
But, you know, it's more, so that's with pitching, but this is sort of like projects you really had. So I had one other one where I got hired to do a rewrite, and I did it, and then I didn't hear from them for about a year, and then I got a Facebook message saying inviting me to a read-through.
Wow.
It's happening. I can't make the read-through because, you know, it was kind of like tomorrow or something. You know, I didn't see the need to drop everything to go to it. If they really needed me there, you know, I think it was like a courtesy.
That's true.
But I did move on and say, yay, good for you.
Right.
But it's happening.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
So things
There
happen.
are a couple. Have any of you had experience where you're more? The story is great. I mean, it's all around solid story, right? Script written, everything, and then the producers start making excuses. Anyone ever had that?
Excuses. Like what?
Excuses like, the money's coming in. We're waiting on the money.
Well, you know, I have had one where a guy was pitching me. He wanted one of my scripts for a 3-picture deal, and somebody had soft money. If they say soft money, that's not a good thing.
Means no money.
That's
no money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so all that stuff,
money
still you want to be nice. You want to be as nice as you can, and like, I'm there. Let me know if that comes together. Deals do come together.
Right. And move on. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Continue your other work.
Right. That's right.
Well, guys, I think that was pretty good. I mean, I think the one of the main points outside of continuing to work is that this happens to everybody. Don't take it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I was listening to a writer's, kind of blog, podcast rather, and it's like when they were talking, because they're in it, they're studio level writers, so they just say, I'm not gonna pull my hair out over a script, at the beginning, if I'm the first writer, or it's my idea, right? Because, and he just said this like flat out nonchalant, because I already know it's going to be rewritten. I was like, whoa. So it's kind of like, be prepared, like, the studios and the producers got to do their due diligence, so they're going to go get a higher writer. It's part of the business. But I'm just saying, the way that he said that, I was like, wow, here I am. Well, I don't have much hair, but I'm just saying. Pulling out my stubble, right? Pulling out my stubble to like, because you were so worried about having everything is so perfect, right? And they get it, and someone else, the actor's going to change something, producers, the setting's going to have to change, and you were just so like, oh my God, like, I'm trying to get there's a writer I'm working with, I'm trying to get him to let his script go. He's just trying to make it so perfect that he's killing himself. Right? Let it go. There's a point where you have to let it go, get some feedback, make a change here, but don't people keep these one scripts for 6-7 months. I don't know how you do it. I can't write a script that long.
No.
I can't do it.
I agree. Another good topic. We'll have to get into that one. It was funny. What things do we just like shrug off like that? So we're not at the studio level A-list writers that say, they'll all be rewritten. But I mean, there is stuff like for us, I would say that as low budget, the odds are you'll probably be the only writer. But Director or producer could also take a credit. You could just find that out. That's something you should be aware of and not let it get to you when it happens. Do you guys have anything like that?
The price of admission. Woo! Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's very important. Very important to know that.
Yeah. Guys, we have a Q&A today, and I don't know how many of us have experience with this, although Eric, you just mentioned having to maybe write overseas, but the question was, what do you know about pitching or selling to foreign markets? You know, China, we always hear how big China is. Anybody had the opportunity to do this?
Directly, no. I haven't. Not direct. Like the guy was an Indian director, so he was taking it over there. So I'm not in it. I'm not in the deal though.
I will say that through LinkedIn, I know you guys have done a couple of you have done a lot of LinkedIn stuff. It's a great way to reach out to producers and directors that are looking for material. I've had interest, and I mean, you just don't know who they are, so you got to be careful.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, Margie, you're in a foreign market for us.
Oh, you're in a foreign market for me.
I know. How do you deal with the U.S.?
Same thing, you know, LinkedIn, IMDb Pro, that sort of thing. Just building up your network. And yeah, people come to you after a while. I think LinkedIn is great because it does raise your profile, especially if you do put up a post every now and again. I mean, I don't like it when people overload LinkedIn with posts. It gets a bit much because, you know, there's social media for that sort of thing. But, yeah, to raise your profile is a good idea. And, yeah, you know, like you say, you can check the contacts that you make on LinkedIn, check them against IMDb Pro and see what sorts of things they're up to. Check Google, just, you know, have a good look around before you jump into bed with somebody that, you know, may not be worth your time.
Sometimes, too, don't you think an agent or manager, this is kind of where they come in?
That's what I mean,
Yeah, I would be leery of foreign markets unless you can have a way, right, Tom, to check them out?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going to be about to do. Yeah, that Shaolin Werewolf is going to be marketed to Chinese production companies. They're growing by leaps and bounds. They just bought last year. They bought Legendary Pictures. Well, the first thing I've started to do is talk to people who have experience in that market. In fact, there's somebody in our master's class who lives in China. So it's, hey, what experiences have you had with Chinese producers? One of the things I heard from somebody else that I just recently spoke to that wrote a script for the Chinese market, did a work for hire script, is he said they don't respond well to a lot of written communications. They want visuals. So, in other words, to sell them, you might be better served by, rather than a query letter, like the poster we did for Warpaint, Anne, where visual, where they look at a visual and go, "Oh, cool, that sounds great."
Well,
so
but you, the reason that worked is because you are an excellent graphic artist and advertising man.
Nice.
I wouldn't recommend that to everybody.
Yeah.
I should pull it up. I don't know.
No, and everybody's
I'd love to see it.
But you know what? Everybody knows somebody who's pretty good with design and stuff. And you can, if you can get a friend to help you with it, or
not everybody does.
No, you
we do now, Tom.
We do now, yeah.
All right. I'll hang out my shingle.
Oh, good man.
Here's our. Oh no, that didn't work.
Oh, where did it go? Where did it go?
There it is. I don't know where.
Oh, nice.
Oh, love it.
Okay, hold on. I can't see.
I can't wait. I'm totally.
I'm getting dizzy. I think I'm going to throw up.
Right there. I can't see the thing and hold it up.
Can you make it?
Oh my God.
Oh, you're cropping it badly. Damn it.
It's because I'm viewing my camera.
Oh, that's great.
Fantastic.
It's got the lipstick's got that pharmaceutical cocaine label on it, and it says when a young chemist declares war on her mother's cosmetic company, the outcome is anything but pretty.
Love
So-
it.
So it doesn't try to do all things to all people, but if you could get that translated into Chinese, and put that out there.
There you go.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very nice. Great tagline.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously we've kind of butchered that question, so sorry. But I do think that it's worth checking into. It's definitely an emerging market.
Yeah.
China and India.
India.
Yeah. Yep.
Europe still loves our films. They always, Germany, France, they love our films.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't ignore them when you're looking for companies to pitch. Yeah. Some of the great movies. What was that movie? I can't remember the name of it. The robot that was made.
Yeah.
You hated that movie?
Ex Machina.
No.
No.
It was kind of a
not Nine.
Cashy or something like that. It was a.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But it was completely produced in South Africa. Whether you like it or not. It was not a small budget picture with robots and all this stuff.
Was it Chappie?
Chappie, that's it.
Oh, Chappie, yeah. Well, but that was already done by the guys when they did. Oh God.
Yes.
They did the same thing.
They
Planet.
did it.
Gosh, I hate it when I can't remember.
They grouped it with another movie, and that's sometimes how you can get stuff done. So, but don't. The point is, don't ignore the other markets if you're pitching your your project.
Yeah. And you might want to go back and start with the producers. Cultivate those producers.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ones that have done films you like.
My latest option script is set in the Philippines, to be filmed in Australia. But set in the Philippines because a lot of Australia, certain parts of Australia look like the Philippines, so they'll be easy. But it opens up the market. So it's That's another thing, you can set it elsewhere if you know that there is a setting that locally that can emulate overseas. That opens up the market.
Well, I always say that was one of the things. I once did sit down at a meeting at Legendary where a screenwriter was pitching stuff, and they wanted foreign markets. Of course, now they're owned by China. They really want foreign markets.
That's why.
You have to have a script that is targeted for those markets. So do the research to find out what, that's a whole subgenre to have what they need for their culture. I know in trying to write a script set in China, I wanted it to be very pro-Chinese. You don't want to, if you're going to have English Chinese, that script needs to be pro-Chinese. The bad guy should be the American.
Or the Japanese.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, true.
That's okay.
But I think there's things like that you need to consider if you're writing for that market.
For sure.
For sure.
And know something about culture, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you just can't take a script that you would write for an American market and just put some little spin on it for that market.
Right.
That won't fly.
No.
I don't believe so. If you're going to do that, then it'll just get sold. Then you sell it here, and it has other markets, right?
Yep.
Right. I think there's I think there's a little caveat because this is what I'm dealing with right now. So there's that they know what they want. They want American lead with Asian supporting actors.
Yeah. That's
So
what Keanu Reeves is making ones.
Right, so that in and of itself, you don't have to have the evil American, but there is, I think it's really about story. Like, if you go watch Chinese movies, they have some bad people in there. It's not like, right, so to make it an American, because it's from an American writer, there's certain things you can't show, like they don't want to show a lot of sex and all this kind of stuff. So, that's, you got to know that kind of stuff, but, literally the 3 scripts I have that can be done in China, 2 of them are optioned already. So, but whether they get over there is a whole other, how that goes. But they were just, we love the story. We could change the names. Like, it wasn't even a whole make it a Chinese culture and blah blah. You know what I mean? It was just we could just make the names, change the names.
Sure.
Well,
And the best stories actually do cross over pretty well.
Right, exactly. Right. Right.
Kurosawa's Seven Samurai was turned into Magnificent Seven.
Right.
So it is doable if it's a strong enough. I mean,
Exactly.
you look at Spielberg's first Duel. That takes place on an American highway with a semi-truck, but it could have been anywhere in the world. And the reason why is because it's mostly visual storytelling. It doesn't rely on a lot of blah, 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 blah that could get lost.
Exactly. Right.
Well, if they're coming to if they're going to consider you as an American writer, they do want that. I would think that American thing that we bring to it. My point is just don't like slander or slur that culture, right? Don't insult them with. I just wouldn't make all the. I wouldn't say the bad. If the protagonist is an American or a Western person, I wouldn't make the antagonist necessarily a Chinese or or whatever that country's person is. You'd have to have a mix, right? That would just be my take.
It's all about story. All about story.
I haven't sold one to them, so call us.
It's not wrong.
Messages.
Hey, callers.
Yeah,
nobody's on the line.
I got myself. Hello, Ann. You don't know anything about this. Stop talking.
Stop.
We try to help you, but that is an expanding market. So check it out.
Yeah, please. I know Brett Ratner just got a big deal. They just poured in China's Wanda just poured a lot of money into Paramount, so it's about to change, folks.
Yeah, don't overlook. To me it's like one of those things. If you felt like you should have a Christmas movie, if you should have this kind of movie, you should have a foreign flick in there, right?
Yeah.
You do.
Why not?
Right.
Depends. Writing smart. Well, guys, thank you for covering many topics today. We kind of found a lot of new shows within this one show, and we will revisit them all. But thank you for showing up for episode 52. As we say our goodbyes, why don't you tell us what one thing are you doing tomorrow to advance your screenwriting career? Eric?
When you always throw out these crazy questions, you just seem to call me first.
First or last?
No. I know, right? What will I be doing to advance my career tomorrow? Writing.
Yep. Well, that's kind of to me the main answer usually.
That was mine. Sorry, you stole that.
You can have the same answer, but thanks for being here, Eric. Thank you.
Of course, always a pleasure and an honor to be here, really.
Okay. Heidi, Master Giovanni, thanks for being here as well. What's your thing tomorrow?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ann. And I just got to say 3 things that Eric said. I just want to go ditto, ditto, ditto. Writing, pleasure, honor. Thank you so much. Thank you. And wonderful to be back with you all. Love you.
Always.
Love you. Love you too.
Love you too.
Margie, thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing. What are you doing?
Thank you.
Besides writing. Just writing.
Besides writing.
Well, actually, you're doing it today. Rewriting.
Yes.
I know. What are you doing today? Right.
I'm doing Screenwriters Beat. How about that?
Good answer. Bravo.
You get a prize. You get the star. Tom Farr, thanks so much for being here. We love that. We love to have you as our regular.
Love being here. Love you guys.
Yeah. So, what are you doing tomorrow? Are you writing with your writing partner?
I'm trying to wrap things up on Shaolin. I'm doing one last pass of notes. Mark gave me some great notes on it, and then I'm going to embark on marketing it. And then, yes, I want to write with my writing partner and get caught up on the new projects.
Yes, we have. Nice. Tom and I have a new script we're working on too.
Oh, great!
Get to that.
Nice.
Well, I'm Ann Kimbrough. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Tomorrow, my thing is I'm actually plotting a very intricate, contained horror story. And I'm using mind mapping. Have you guys mind?
I've
never used it.
I found a free app that for an iPad, I have an iPad, that allows you to mind map and move everything around with your finger. It's just great.
Wow.
That's like yet another one. We should get into that because it's really fun and it's
yes.
figuring out all the clues and stuff. If you have a story that's intricate like that, it's very useful.
That's very cool.
So I'm playing with that. I'm playing tomorrow. Why I write?
Hey, it's all play. It's all play. Writing is all
Exactly.
I love it.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching Screenwriters
you.
Speak. We'll be back with another show.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.